So today is lecture number 16 of this Introduction to Physical Metallurgy class. So these are the contents we'll discuss today. That is Miller indices of crystallographic planes and how to
सर थोड़ा एंट्री दे दीजिए ना.
Sir, please give entry to Abhishek Sama.
then how to draw given crystallographic planes, then representation of crystallographic planes, direction and family of planes and family of directions, and finally equivalent directions and planes. So if you remember, already we have started the topic, that is Miller indices for planes, directions and points. In the previous lecture we have discussed about points and also directions. Fine. But today we'll be focusing on the crystallographic planes. Planes means, you understand, that is atomic planes, right? So in crystals we have lot of atomic planes. So we'll see how to designate them, right? Or how to give a notation to a particular plane, right? So that is done by Miller indices, right? So if you remember, Miller indices is basically for three coordinate system. For example, like you have a cubic crystal, so you can, and if you have a plane in a cubic crystal, then you can denote that particular plane by help of Miller indices, which is for three coordinate system, because it has x-axis, y-axis and z-axis, right? But if it is a four coordinate system, like in HCP or in hexagonal system, then we do not have to use this Miller indices. We have to use Miller-Bravais indices. We'll discuss that in coming lectures. Fine. So just have a look now. So this is a cubic crystal system. This is an unit cell of a cube. Then this is a blue color plane is given. So we have to designate this plane. What is the Miller indices of this given blue plane? So how to do that? That is the question now. So you have to make a table like this. That is the first thing you have to do, and you have to write x, y column and z column. So three columns will be there: x column, y column, and z column, right? So this is for x-axis, this is for y-axis, this is for z-axis, right? And here in this column you have to write intercept, and below that you have to write inverse or reciprocal of the intercept, fine. And finally you have to write integers. This is not mandatory. And finally you have to designate the particular plane in form of round bracket. You have to remember, for a particular crystallographic directions we are using square kind of bracket, right? But for representing plane, Miller indices of a plane, we represent in form of this round bracket or parenthesis, you can say. So now we have to find out this. So to do that, first of all, you have to find out the intercept. Intercept means this given plane is intersecting x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. At what magnitude? Right. So just have a look. And you can see this given plane is intersecting. Suppose this is the origin, for example. This is your x-axis, fine. This one is your x-axis. This one is y-axis. This one is z-axis, for example, right? So this plane you have to, that means this plane should be expanded towards x direction. So that means it will move like this, and finally it will intersect the x directions at this point, for example. So intercept of the given plane to the x direction is this much of magnitude. So this will be coming as 2, because this is one magnitude distance, this is another unit magnitude distance. So this will be 2, right? I have written over here 2. Similarly, just this plane is intersecting y axis at a magnitude of how much? Just have a look. Only one magnitude distance here, right? Because this is the origin and this much of distance is only one. So I have written one here, right? And intercept in z direction is how much? Just have a look. In the z direction, that means this is your z direction, fine. So you have to extend the plane towards z direction. Finally it will intersect at a point over here, for example, at this point. Again this will be 2, right? Because this is one magnitude distance, and up to this much it will be 2 magnitude distance. This is just your imagination, how you can put your imagination. So how you can extend the plane, the given plane, to the x direction, to the y direction, to the z direction, and at what magnitude this plane is intersecting, x axis, y axis, and z axis. So that is the intercept values for x direction, y direction, z direction, right? The next step will be what? You have to take the reciprocal of the intercepts. So this will be 1 by 2, and this will be 1 by 1. This will be 1 by 2 again. So this is the thing. You will get half, 1 and half, right? As I told, we do not have to show the final directions or final plane in form of fractions. We have to show in form of integers like this. So what you need to do, this is half, this is 1, this is half. So just multiply each one with 2, for example, right? So it will become 1, and this will become 2, and this will become 1. So finally you have to use a round bracket, that is parenthesis, and you can write 1 2 2. Sorry, this will be 1 2 1. Okay, so this plane, given plane, is having a Miller indices of 1 2 1. Fine, it is okay now.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So next I'll move to another image. So this is the final. Just have a look. What I have explained, that is shown over here. So this given plane has extended towards x-axis, and it is intersecting x-axis at this point. That is the intercept. So this is of 2 magnitude, right? And you can see this plane is already intersecting the y-axis here. So this is 1 magnitude, and this plane is intersecting z direction at this point. So this will be of 2 magnitude, which I have already written over here, right? Now this is another question. Find the Miller indices of the blue plane. So this is the another atomic plane is given. You have to find out the Miller indices. So same, you have to draw a table. You have to write x-axis, y-axis, z-axis, and here in this column you have to write intercept, then inverse or reciprocal of the intercept, and finally integer. Integer is not mandatory, as I have told. And finally you have to show the Miller indices in a parenthesis form. Fine, inside the parenthesis. Fine. So you can see this plane again. Just have a look. This plane is intersecting the x-axis at a 1 magnitude, 1 unit magnitude. So I have written 1 here, intercept. And similarly, the y, this is the y-axis. The y-axis is intercepted by this plane at a distance of half. It is okay, half magnitude. But this, just have a look. This plane and the z-axis is parallel. It is okay. The plane and z-axis is parallel. So that means they will get intersected at an infinite distance, for example. So it is infinity, right? So intercept for z-axis is infinity, because z-axis and this plane is parallel to one another, right? So you have to put the imagination into this. So now you have to take reciprocal of the intercepts. So this will be 1 by 1, 1. This is 1 by half. This will be 2, and this will be 1 by infinity. That will be 0. Fine. So already these are in this form. So we can write 1 2 0 only. So, and you have to remember the planes are represented in form of HKL. For x-axis it is H, for y it is K, and for z-axis it is L. HKL. So we sometimes call HKL plane. So this will be 1 2 0, enclosed in a parenthesis, a round bracket. I think it is clear up to this.
Yes, sir.
Okay, let me show you another image. Just have a look. This is another plane, blue plane. Now, can you tell me what is the difference between other two planes which I have shown and about this plane? If you are taking this one as an origin, because basically we choose this one as an origin. So you have to remember this plane is cutting origin, right? So you have to remember if the plane is cutting the origin or intersecting the origin, we have to change the origin to represent the Miller indices of that given plane, right? So now I can choose I cannot choose this one as origin because this is also intersected by this given plane. I cannot choose this one as origin. I have to choose origin, this one or this one or this one or this one. Any of them you can choose an origin, right? Suppose you are choosing this one as an origin now, right? If I'll choose this one as an origin right now, right? So you can, this is the x-axis, this is the y-axis, and this is the z-axis. And if I will go down this one, this will be negative z-axis. It is okay. So this is the origin now, right? So now just have a look. The x-axis and this plane is intersected at a distance of 1 unit magnitude. So this is intercept is 1. And just have a look to the y-axis. So y-axis is also intersected by this plane at a 1 unit magnitude. So this is intercept is 1 again for y. And now for the z direction, you can have a look. This plane is intersecting z direction in the negative direction, right? At a 1 unit magnitude, because this is 0 and you are moving in the negative direction of the z, and it is of 1 magnitude again, right? So this is minus 1. Okay. So now the next step will be you have to take reciprocal of the intercept. That is 1 by 1, 1, 1 by 1, 1, 1 by minus 1, it is minus 1. So do not have to write any integers. It is same 1, 1, 1, right? 1, 1, minus 1. Instead of minus 1, what you need to write? Bar 1. 1 on the top, you have to give a bar, right? So finally, this is the Miller indices. In the parenthesis, inside the parenthesis, it is 1, 1, bar 1. I have written minus 1, but don't write minus 1. Just write 1 and bar. It is okay up to this?
Yes, sir.
So the point you have to remember is, if you are taking a origin and the plane is intersecting the origin, then you have to change the origin first to show the Miller indices. Otherwise you will be in trouble. Fine. Okay. So now the question is, draw a plane. So Miller indices is now given, right? This is square bracket. Sorry, this is round bracket. That means this is a given plane. And you have to draw a plane of this given Miller indices, 2, minus 1, 2. Right? So how to draw that? So you have to first see, suppose you have to choose origin first. Suppose this is the origin, right? Now this is the origin, then what you need to do? You need to move at this. Okay, fine. So this will be just a reverse one, right? For example, this plane is given and you are finding out the Miller indices. Now Miller indices will be given, you have to draw a plane. So you have to move in the negative direction, right? So that means you have to find out the reciprocal. If you find out the reciprocal, then you can find out the intercept. If you can find out the intercept, then you can draw the plane easily. You people are getting my point? So just you have to move in the negative direction to draw the plane. To find out the Miller indices, we are moving in this direction. We have to find out the intercept, then we are finding out the reciprocal of the intercept, right? But to draw a plane, if Miller indices will be given, then you have to move in the negative direction. So first of all, you have to take the reciprocal of the given Miller indices. Then you will automatically get the intercept. Then intercept, you are getting the intercept means you can draw a plane, because that plane will be cutting x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. That is the intercept only. Fine. So you can see this is 2 minus 1 2. So that means first step will be what? The first step will be you take the reciprocal or inverse, right? So this will be 1 by 2, and this will be how much? This will be 1 by 2.
-1.
This will be minus 1, and this will be again 1 by 2. So now you got this one is, after taking the reciprocal, you got half. Okay, I can write half. Then it will be. It is okay. You people are getting my point?
Yes, sir.
So this is what now? So this will be, this is what? This will be the becoming intercept or not? So now you have to, so this is, suppose this is the origin. So you, so that means you have to draw a plane which will intersect the x-axis at half distance and y-axis at minus half distance and the z-axis at half distance, right? So if you take this one as origin, then you will be in trouble again because it will be out of the unit cell. So better to choose a different origin otherwise. Suppose I will choose, okay, I'll choose this one as origin, fine. This point, fine. I'll choose this one as origin now. So if I'll choose this one as origin, so x-axis will be cut by that plane at a half distance. So I'll move a half distance and I will mark this one. So this is your half unit magnitude. Then y-axis will be -1 magnitude. So I'll move in the negative direction because this is the positive y direction and this is negative y direction. So I'll move in the negative y direction up to a magnitude of -1. So this is the another point. So I am getting a point in the x-axis here and I am getting a point here in the y-axis. Now this is -1/2 in the z direction. So -1/2 in the z direction will be, I'll move in the z direction, positive z direction, I'll reach over here. So this is the point. So I got 3 points in 3 axes. In x-axis, this is the point. In y-axis, this is the point. And in z-axis, this is the point. So I will connect them. So if I'll connect them, this will be becoming like this, right? You just connect all the points and this will be the answer, right? You can just have a look. And now if this is the given plane, you can find out the Miller indices easily, right? It is okay now up to this?
Yes, sir.
Next, find the Miller indices of given plane. So this is one given plane, this is another given plane, this is another given plane. Okay, let me see who can answer. So what will be the Miller indices for this given plane? Just tell me quickly. You can draw it on your notebook and you can just go for, just go in stepwise. Like you have to find out the intercepts first in the x direction, y direction, and z direction. Then you have to take the reciprocal of that. And finally, you'll get an integer. If you are getting a fraction, then convert it into the integer. And you can show that in form of this enclosed in a parenthesis. Fine. This is very easy. This one is somewhat difficult. This one is somewhat difficult.
Sir, it's 1 1 1.
Very good. 1 1 1. Excellent. This is very simple. See, just have a look. This plane, this given plane, is just imagine the origin. Imagine origin will be behind this plane. Obviously, we cannot able to see. Suppose this is the origin. For this one, this is the origin, right? So if origin is here and this plane is intersecting the x-axis at a 1 unit magnitude. Similarly, see, this is x-axis, this is y, and this is z. And this given plane is intersecting the x-axis at 1 unit magnitude. So this is 1, right? Similarly, this plane is intersecting here the y-axis by 1 unit magnitude. Similarly, this plane is intersecting the z direction in 1 unit magnitude. So this will be simply, you can write 1, right? Very simple. Even if you are taking the reciprocal, it will be 1 by 1, 1 by 1, 1 by 1. So it will be 1, 1, 1 only, right? The next, and already it is in integer form, so we do not have to convert anything else, right? So next, for this one, what is the Miller indices? For this given plane, what is the Miller indices?
So 1, 2, 0. 1 to infinity.
1, 2, 0. 1 to infinity. We
Infinity.
never write
Infinity.
infinity. We never write infinity. 1 by infinity will be how much?
0.
0, right? Very good. So see, the first step is you have to make a table. You need to write x, y, z columns, and in another column you have to write intercepts, then reciprocal of the intercept, and integer, right? So now just have a look. Suppose this is the origin now. I can choose this one as origin. Why? Because this plane is not intersecting the origin. So I can choose this one as an origin. So now you just have a look. This pink plane is intersecting x-axis at a half unit distance, right? So intercept for x-axis will be half, 1 by 2, right? And just have a look. This is the y direction or y-axis. So y-axis is intersected by this plane at a 1 unit magnitude. So I need to write for y intercept is 1 only, right? And just have a look. This plane is completely parallel to the z direction or z axis, right? Just have a look. This plane is parallel to the z direction or z axis. So that means it will intersect the z axis at an infinite distance. So intercept will be infinity for z axis, right? So you need to draw a table like this. For x axis it is half, for y it will be 1, and for z it will be infinity. It is okay now up to this? The next, so next step will be reciprocal of that. So 1 by half, it will be how much? 2. And for this will be 1 by 1 for y, and for z it will be 1 by infinity. It is okay? So the answer will be what now? This will be?
2, 1, 0.
Very good. It will be 2, and it will be 1 and 0. Okay. Shall I repeat? Anybody want me to repeat about this? If you have any confusion, then I will repeat.
Yes, sir. Please.
I need. You want me to repeat? Okay.
Yes,
See
sir.
again. Okay, fine. Let me explain this one, then you'll understand again. So again, this given pink plane is given. You need to find out the Miller indices. So to find out the Miller indices of a given plane, the first step is to choose the origin, right? And we have to choose the origin in such a way that that plane should not intersect the origin. So I will choose the origin over here, right? So this is the origin because this plane is not intersecting the origin now, right? That is origin means that is 0, 0, 0, right? The next step is you have to draw a table. In that table you have 4 columns. First column will be showing you, first row will be your intercept, second row will be your reciprocal of the intercept, and next will be the integers. The fractions will be converted into the integers, fine. And in the columns you have x and you have y and you have z. Now the step is what? This plane is intersecting what? This plane is intersecting the x-axis at how much magnitude? This is only a half. It is okay. This is only a half. So you can write half. Intercept will be half for x-axis. For y-axis, just have a look. For y, so this is the y direction, fine, or y-axis. So I can extend the y-axis in the negative direction also, from origin to the negative direction. So that means, see, if I will extend my plane in positive direction, there will be no intersection in the positive direction, right? But if I will extend the plane to the negative direction of the y, obviously they will get intersected at a point, how much? At this at this point. So this is of how many magnitude? This is, if this is 0, this is negative minus 1.
Minus 1.
Negative minus 1. Very good. Right? So now the x-axis is intercepted by this plane at half magnitude distance. Intercept is half. For y, it is minus 1. Right? Because this plane is intersecting the negative y direction at minus half unit distance. Right? Now just have a look about z-axis. So can you tell me what about z-axis? This plane will intersect the
So
z-axis
it will lie
what unit
parallel to
distance?
the axis.
Very good. So it will be infinity. Since this plane, you just have a look, this plane is completely parallel to the z-axis. So it will intersect the z-axis at an infinite distance. So it will be infinity. So intercept will be half for x-axis. For y-axis, it is minus 1. For z-axis, it is infinity. Now the next step will be what? You have to take the reciprocal of those intercepts. So it will be 1 by half, 1 by minus 1, and 1 by infinity. So what will be the answer now?
2 minus 1, 0.
2.
Very good.
2
2
minus 2.
minus 1, 0.
0.
But shall I write minus 1?
No,
I have to
sir.
write
Bar 1.
bar 1. But since I cannot write it right now, so I am writing minus 1. You have to put 1 on the top, you can write a bar. A horizontal line on the 1, right? So 2 minus 1, 0. This is the Miller indices. Okay, fine. You people have understood up to this? Any confusion? Okay, no
sir.
confusion. Okay, fine. Now, just tell me quickly, what is this given Miller indices of this given plane, this green plane, and this pink plane? Let me see who can answer first. So this is one green plane is given, this is another pink plane is given. Just you have to find out the Miller indices of this green plane and this pink plane. You have to follow the same step. You have to first choose the origin so that the plane should not intersect the origin. The next step will be you have to find out the intercept for x-axis, for y-axis, for z-axis. Then you have to take the reciprocal of them and you will end up with the final Miller indices. If there will be fractions, then you have to convert the fraction into integers.
Sir, the green plane lies parallel to both y and z axis.
Very good, very good. Yes. It is
It will
only
be 1, 0, 0.
It is only intersecting the x-axis at 1 unit magnitude. Just have a look. If you are choosing this as an origin, this is your origin, right? This is x-axis, this is y-axis, this is z-axis, right? So just have a look. This is the origin. So this plane is intersecting the x-axis at 1 unit magnitude, right? So this will be 1, intercept will be 1, right? And y-axis, this is parallel. Y-axis is parallel to this given plane. So this will be infinity. Intercept will be infinity, fine. And for z-axis, this plane is parallel to z-axis. Again, intercept will be infinity. So the next step will be what? Intercept is 1, infinity, infinity. Now the reciprocal of the intercept will be 1 by 1, 1, and 1 by infinity,
1,
and 1
0.
by infinity. So it will be finally what?
1,
1, 0, 0.
1, 0.
1, 0, 0. Very good. So suppose my question is, suppose just imagine I have a plane at this backside of the cube. So what will be the Miller indices? The hint I will give you is this plane is parallel to this plane also. The front plane of the cube is parallel to back plane.
Minus 1, 0, 0.
Very good. Very good. It will be minus 1, then 0, 0. It is okay now? You people are getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Suppose you add another cube behind that. So what will be the Miller indices of that? Again, same, the indices will be same, 1, 0, 0, right? Whether you are writing minus 1 or 1, both are same thing actually. It is okay? Anyways, can you people tell me quickly about this pink plane? What is the Miller indices of this given pink plane? So first question will be, can I select this one as an origin? Yes or no?
No, sir.
Never. Why?
One point of the plane lies on the origin.
Very good. Because this plane is intersecting the origin. You cannot choose that an origin, right? Can I choose this one as an origin?
No, sir.
This one?
No, sir.
No. Again, can I choose this one as an origin? No. Right? So you can choose the origin of this one or this one depending upon your requirement, right? So just tell me, what is the Miller indices of this given pink plane? Suppose, let me give you a hint. Suppose you are choosing this one as an origin, this point as an origin. So tell me, this is your origin now. See, okay, let me tell you quickly. This is your origin. So this is your x-axis, right? This is your y-axis, negative y, and this is
1
your
minus
z-axis.
0.
Yes. So now just have a look. This x-axis is intersected by this given plane at 1 unit magnitude. So intercept is 1 for x-axis. But for y-axis, it will be how much? This is negative y. This will be minus 1. It is okay. This plane is intersecting y at a 1 magnitude distance, but in the negative direction. So this will be minus 1. And what about z-axis? It is parallel, yes or no? This given plane, pink plane, is parallel to the z-axis. So the intercept will be how much? Infinity. It is okay now? So intercept will be 1 for x-axis, minus 1 for y, and for z-axis it is infinity. Now the reciprocal will be how much? So this will be 1, minus 1, and 0. It is okay now? So finally, how to represent the Miller indices? Just tell me quickly, how to represent the Miller indices of this given pink plane? You have to draw a round bracket first, and inside the round bracket, that is parenthesis, you have to write the reciprocal, right? That is 1, minus 1, and
bar
0.
1 0,
right? Or 1 bar 1 0. Very good, very good. So what about this one? This is a difficult one. Already answer is written over here. Just have a look. Miller indices of this given green plane is already written over here. Just have a look how it is coming. So you can choose this one as an origin. It is okay. So this is your origin. So just have a look. This plane, given plane, is intersecting the x-axis at 1 unit magnitude. So intercept is 1 for x-axis. For y-axis, this is in the negative direction. So this is minus 1 intercept. And z-axis is also intersected by at 1 unit magnitude. So it is z-axis. So this is 1, intercept is 1 for x-axis. For y-axis, this is minus 1. And for z-axis, it is 1. Now you take the reciprocal of that. So this will be same, 1 by 1, 1, 1 by minus 1, minus 1, 1 by 1, 1, right? So finally, this is inside the parenthesis, and this is 1 minus 1, 1, 1 bar 1. Instead of minus 1, you should write bar 1. So this is 1, 1 bar 1. It is okay? I think it is clear, right? So quickly tell me, what is the Miller indices of this green plane now? This one is already done. This is 1, 1, 1, right? But what about this green plane, and what about this one? This one is already done. Minus 1, 0, 0.
Sir, green one is 1 1 0.
Okay, green one is 1, 1, 0. Anybody want to try anything else, or it will be 1, 1, 0? It is simply clearly visible. Just this is the origin, and this plane is intersecting the x direction at 1 unit magnitude, right? Intercept will be 1 for x-axis. For y-axis, it is also 1.
0.
For z-axis, it is parallel. So it will be 1, 1, 0 simply. And this one is how much? Minus 1, 0, 0? Or how much? This one
Minus
is how
1
much?
0 0.
Very good. Minus 1, 0, 0. Or 1 bar 0, 0. Very good. And this one is 1, 1, 0. Okay. And what about this one? Already we have done this with this one. This is 1, 1 and 1, right? Now, can you tell me this one? What is the Miller indices of this given shaded pink portion, pink plane? Huh? Let me see who can answer.
0, half, 0.
0, half,
0,
0.
2, 0.
Okay. Anybody want to try anything else about this? Okay, tell me the intercept quickly. Huh? What is the intercept in the x direction?
1, infinity.
Okay, intercept will be infinity. Okay, I cannot write infinity right now. Just let me see. Infinity sign is okay. Here it is here. So this will be infinity. So this for x-axis the intercept is infinity. Okay. Then for y-axis intercept is
Half,
half. Very good. And z-axis
infinity.
Infinity.
infinity. Very good. Because for x-axis it is infinity because you can see this plane is parallel to x-axis, and z-axis this plane is also parallel to z-axis. But y-axis this plane is intersecting y-axis at a distance of half magnitude. So it is infinity, half, infinity. So inverse will be how much? This will be 0.
0,
And
2,
this will be
0.
2, this will be 0, right? So now this is in integer form, right? So you cannot, so you can write simply 0, 2, 0, no problem. And finally, how to show this one? Tell me quickly how to show this one. Inside the parenthesis you need to write 0, 2,
2, 0.
0.
very good. So this is okay. Now the final topic, we are moving into family of direction and planes. So family means, you understand, family of directions and family of planes. So though family of directions means we can have lot of direction in our unit cells or in crystals, cubic crystals or any kind of crystals. So some directions are actually crystallographic equivalent. So all crystallographic equivalent directions are the family. It is okay. Similarly, all crystallographic equivalent planes are coming under one family. It is okay. So crystallographic equivalent planes and crystallographic equivalent direction means, like for example, I am talking about equivalent crystallographic directions. That means the linear density will be same in those directions. Linear density means, in other way I can say, the gap between the atoms in that direction are same, or spacing between the atoms in that particular direction is same, identical. That's why. Already I have written a family of direction and planes are nothing but those direction and planes which belongs to one family are crystallographic equivalent. Anyways, so just have a look. Crystallographic equivalent means they have same atomic gap basically. This is for direction. Now how to represent plane, how to represent directions, and how to represent family. So just have a look. This is the representation of a given direction. Why? Can you tell me why this is direction? Because of square bracket. If you are using a square bracket and you are using UVW, small u, small v, small w, this is showing you crystallographic direction. It is okay. So this is the Miller indices of a given direction, UVW, right? And if you have a parenthesis and HKL, so this is a crystallographic plane. We can represent a crystallographic plane in this form. Round bracket HKL or parenthesis HKL, right? Now what is this and what is this? Here UVW is written, that means you should understand this is a direction, but since we are using this kind of bracket, so this is a family of direction, right? And if we are using this curly kind of bracket and we are writing HKL, so HKL means it is a plane, but this kind of curly bracket means it is a family. So this is a family of plane. So this is the way to represent a direction. This is the way to represent a plane. This is the way to represent a family of direction. And this is the way to represent a family of planes. It is okay now?
Yes, sir.
So can you tell me what is this and what is this? What is the difference? What is this and what is this? The top one, I'm asking what is this one and what is this one?
So first one is a plane.
First one is a crystallographic plane. And what is this?
Family of
This is a
symmetry.
family of that particular plane, right? Very good. And what is this and what is this now? What is this and what is this?
Direction of a point.
Very good. This is the crystallographic direction and this is the
Family of
family of directions. Very good. Okay, done. Now this is very interesting. Just have a look. This is the most important part now. Equivalent crystallographic directions. Crystallographic directions are also called line vector, as I told, because they are joining two lattice points. A vector joining two lattice points are nothing but that is a crystallographic direction or line vector. And family of direction. So just have a look. This is one direction, this is one direction, this is one direction, this is one, this is one, this is one. Lot of directions are written over here. But what is the similarity? The similarity is if you go along this direction, if you go along this direction, if you go along this direction, you will find out that they have same gap between the atoms. So they are equivalent directions. It is okay. So once they are equivalent, all these directions are equivalent because the atomic gap is same in that particular directions, right? So if they are crystallographic equivalent, so they can be considered to be a family. It is okay. So this is a very beautiful line. These are non-parallel direction in a cubic crystals. You can see this direction and this direction are not parallel. This direction and this direction are not parallel. These directions and this direction are not parallel. You can draw it if you want and you can see they are not parallel. But still they are equivalent. Question is, are they equivalent? Yes. Why they are equivalent? If atomic spacing in this direction are same. Actually answer is yes. Atomic spacing between these directions are same. So they are equivalent direction. That means you have to remember, if you are drawing lot of directions and they may not be parallel to one another, but they can be equivalent. How they can be equivalent? If the atomic spacing is same. Or in other word, you can say linear density along those directions are same. So now equivalent directions are grouped into family. So that means if I have lot of directions like this, I can represent in form of this one. Because this is showing you the family of direction. Instead of writing 0, 0, bar 1 or 0, bar 1, 0, I can simply write this one. That means it is showing the same thing, right? 1, 0, 0. Now equivalent, even if the order, this is the most important line. Just have a look. This line is the most important line.
Excuse me, sir?
Yeah, you have class right now, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I will finish it within 1 minute. Just
Okay,
have a look. Just have a look. This square bracket 1, 2, 3, and this square bracket 2 bar, 1 and 3 bar are same thing actually. Sorry, this one and this one. I'm wrong. This 3, 1, 2 and this minus 2, 1, minus 3 are same. They are equivalent. So even if, that means you have to remember, that means you have to look into the integers. If integers values are same in both directions, they are same. The order may be different. 3 is present over here, but in here 3 is over here. 2 is present over here, but 2 is present over here. 1 is here, 1 is here. So they are equivalent. And here there is no negative sign, but here there is negative sign. Even if they do not have same sign, they are equivalent. Just you have to consider the same integers, order may be different, or magnitude may be different, negative or positive, but they are equivalent. It is okay. But this condition is valid for cubic crystals. It may not be same for other crystals also. Okay, I will end the topic here. You can leave.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.